Okay, lovely, lovely. Happy wife, happy life?
Question mark.
Question mark?
It's complicated.
We're back with it.
Yeah.
Yo, in the Las Vegas Strip-O.
Oh, y'all already see the disclaimer. All right.
Boom. Some bitches is trashy. I'm fucking weak.
Are women today still interested in marriage?
100%.
What percentage of modern women are
She
marriage
wearing a
material?
veil, bro.
90%.
25%, really?
What is the question? I
Okay,
couldn't hear
maybe
it.
like I'd say like
You want me to run it
75.
back?
Yeah, run it back.
75. Okay. What does it mean to be marriage material?
I think it just
Oh,
means
maybe
to
how
like
many are married
if you love your man enough and like you
Alright,
respect
I feel
each
like we're too
other
far.
on like a
We got
personal
so
and
close.
emotional level.
You have to have the person that you want to love and be with for the rest of your life. That's it. That's all that matters.
Not cheating, that's a big one. Being
I
loyal.
think just as long as you like genuinely love the person you're with, you can make anything work.
Where are women being taught how to become good wives?
I'd say through their mums.
Ideally.
What does the color
Right.
white represent on a woman's wedding dress?
That they're a virgin.
Purity.
How many women
wow.
are actually pure when they get married?
Forgot about that.
Probably like maybe 5%.
No, okay. If you think about religion,
5%.
Word. She's on the
You
money
went to a
probably.
Catholic high school or like elementary, junior high school. How like
okay,
no.
we don't talk about re-virginizing. I want to say a
Wow.
good solid 22.5%.
No, I'm saying
22.7.
5%.
0.5.
22.7.
How many women are actually pure when they get married?
None.
So why are we still using white wedding dresses?
This isn't white. This is ivory.
Oh, okay.
Get outta
So
here.
what does that represent?
That I'm not a virgin, so it's not white.
Okay. Do you think people can be sexually incompatible?
Word.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
1,000%.
If so, why would somebody marry a virgin or wait until marriage to have sex? Isn't that like
Did you make that noises?
That was stupid.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Good see, good see.
Go back and forth on the marriage aspect.
I can understand
like
that.
buying a car without test driving it first?
I personally don't think
good-
waiting until marriage makes any sense.
Yeah, but like to each their own, I guess.
Isn't that like buying a car without test
She got a
driving it
pumpkin
first?
tattoo. You're
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did she say?
I think they just like the
Bro,
idea
just press the
of
space bar,
only-
bruv.
Their own, I guess.
Isn't that like buying a car without test driving it first?
Yeah. I think they just like the idea of only being the only person for that person. Like it's like an ego thing for men.
What is the most popular reason people get married?
Money.
Financial
Taxes.
reasons. Because they're 30 and desperate.
I'd say love.
Look at
Are
that.
men or women more likely to marry for money?
Women, more women, all day.
Who is
Every
more
day.
easily bored in relationships?
Was
men
she
or
in a
women?
video before?
I don't know.
Women.
If women are more easily bored, why are they more likely to want marriage and commitment?
Status.
If women are strong and independent and don't need no man, why does the pressure of marriage and commitment typically come from women?
They're liars. Because, like I
love
said,
her.
I feel like it's really hard to keep a woman happy nowadays because women don't know what they want at this point anymore. I don't think.
Why is that?
Yeah, her
I
lashes
think
are
they have come up
little
with something
exaggerated.
in their mind through internet, and they think that
Internet.
that's what they want. But when they get it, I think that they still, like, that's not what they wanted in the beginning. You know?
Do you think it's harder to find or to maintain a relationship?
Fine.
What?
Maintain. Harder to find.
Harder to maintain.
Why do some people let themselves go after marriage?
I guess because they're not really looking for something new anymore, so they don't feel like they have to impress anyone.
They're comfortable.
What is the difference between being comfortable versus being lazy?
Ooh.
I think as long as you're still confident in yourself, you're comfortable. I
waiting.
think once you let yourself go past what you're comfortable with, then you're lazy.
Yeah.
Do you think it's harder to find or to maintain a
agreeing.
relationship?
Tough question. Yeah, hard to find. Definitely hard to find.
Why do some people let themselves
Pause.
go after getting
What do y'all think is to find or to maintain?
If he said relationship, right? Like
Yeah.
like a serious thing.
Yeah.
Probably. It's a.
If it's serious, then it's
It's-
harder to find.
You
I
think?
feel like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, once you're
I
in
feel
it though.
I feel like maintaining is like, oh, you gotta. I mean, me, I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? I
Word.
don't really gotta try.
Probably depends on
You know
who
what I'm
you're
saying?
with though, or both parties, I guess.
I get maybe it just depends on who you are.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. It could be
I
easy.
say that's an accurate assessment.
Facts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's hard. It's harder to probably maintain because you have to try to keep things new, and that can be hard to do.
Word, that's a good point.
You know, I think that I don't know. I think there are good people out there. If you know what I mean. If you're a good judge of character, you'll be able to tell. But I mean, maintaining it with certain people is much harder than others, though. For sure, I believe that too.
Fair. Shorty eyebrows bothering me.
Mhm.
Dead. Eyebrows? Not her eyelashes? All right.
That's the one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Married.
Because you get lazy and you order Domino's, McDonald's,
You're
Deliveroo.
second time.
And then you have
what
a
up, T?
baby as well.
What up, Halo?
Why do some people let themselves go after marriage?
You.
Because they feel comfortable.
What is the difference between being comfortable and being lazy?
I think.
Being,
Oh, do you want to go?
or you can go.
I was gonna say being lazy is not adding into anything, and then also just like letting yourself go personally.
Yeah, like being lazy is just like not putting in any effort anymore.
Yeah.
What is
That's why I feel like I don't believe anybody that says, "Oh, I do this for me. I do this for myself. I get dressed for me. I put this quote unquote this makeup on for myself," because that's exactly what happens. You know what I'm
You
saying?
get lazy or
It's like-
comfortable?
I feel like it's the same thing to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like for me, like whether I'm pursuing or not, like I've always been consistent with the way that I like to improve myself. I never look to stay the same. I always look to improve. I feel like that's the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Just had deja vu. Maintain. Okay, word. Shout out to JoJo.
Jojo, you've been married for what, 25 years, I believe you said it was. I'm not too
Mhm.
certain, could be wrong, but you would. I think if anything, you'd be the authority on something like this.
Quite a long time she's been. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the difference between being comfortable and being lazy?
It's the same.
Same, yeah, same.
Do you think marriage encourages people to become lazy?
Yeah.
We ain't
30.
found out yet. We're only an hour
Encourages?
in, probably.
Do you think women care more about getting married than they care about being married?
Yeah.
To become lazy?
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
'Cause-
You have them.
I mean, I could see like maybe become comfortable, but lazy.
But all right, so let's break that down. Why would it encourage them to be comfortable?
Because they're secure with a person already. That doesn't mean you become lazy.
But if you were like anything that would, at least for me, anything that would encourage you to become more comfortable is the same kind of stimulus that would encourage you to become lazy.
I mean, they could be. Yeah, I think it could be similar, but like that's like, you know, like applying to like I don't know. I could become comfortable with just like going to the gym like twice a week, but lazy, I'd be like I just won't go at all, something like that.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, you're applying it to something inherently active, so maybe a little bit like you could get lazy at your job knowing that I'm not really looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, any upward motion. I'm just kind of playing like
Yeah.
there to pay the bills. I know what I'm able to give, and not really trying to like I guess level up by any means. You could become comfortable, I guess. I mean, I think that's kind of lazy too. You know what I'm saying?
It is. They're kind of the same as like in certain ways.
In certain ways, I think that lazy is an extreme, but I mean, if you become comfortable, to a certain extent, I think you could become like at least in a relationship. If you're not giving it like I guess your all, which is difficult to even say. I'm not even gonna say it like that's a oh you have to give it your all the time, but like you could get lazy. I definitely could see how you could get lazy. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Respect.
Peace out, Jade.
Much love, Jade.
100%.
Why is that?
Because they want the big fancy wedding and the party.
But they don't want to be wives?
Yeah, pretty much.
What are your thoughts on the expression happy wife, happy life?
You need to answer that
I was
one.
going to say, I hope so, but yeah.
Why not happy spouse, happy house?
Yes, exactly. What about that?
But the women are in charge, right? Come on.
Is marriage 50-50?
Yeah.
I hope
Yes.
so, I hope
Yeah.
so.
What are your
I hope
thoughts on the
so.
expression happy wife, happy life?
I think it's accurate.
Why not happy spouse, happy house?
Okay, that's more accurate.
It's both ways.
So why don't we have happy spouse, happy house?
I don't know. It's women who feel that they should just be happy, and not.
Isn't that kind of selfish?
Yes, it is.
Isn't that relationship doomed to fail?
Real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is marriage 50-50?
No.
Who carries more of the burden?
The man.
How so?
Well, if he's a working man, he's out in the field more working and taking care of the responsibilities of the home.
They are the sole provider of the household, and along with that, all the other things that come with being the sole provider of a household. So,
are men still expected to be the sole providers?
I would say it depends on background and culture. I would still lean more towards yes in this society. You do have a lot of women out there that can hold it down on their own. Now, those are proven facts. A lot of women now don't need men, but I would still say that for the majority of women, they do rely on men to hold it down.
So then what would be the incentive for a man to get married?
Money.
To have children.
Is there anything a married couple can do that an unmarried couple can't do?
No.
So why would a man need to get married if he can have children without being married?
Well, out of wedlock.
I mean,
Out of
I think the
wedlock.
incentives for anyone to get married are a loving relationship and to start a family.
Is there anything a married couple can do that an unmarried couple can't do?
Say that they're married.
I don't think so. I think it just signifies a bigger commitment.
Yeah.
What are the incentives for a man to get married?
Realistically, there aren't any.
Is there?
Show us your boobs.
Oh, no, thank you.
That's how you handle catcalling.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it.
That's, yeah, men, no incentives.
I love how you handle that. That was great. Okay. Is there anything a married couple can do that an unmarried couple can't do?
No.
It's
Really?
exactly
Like,
what
if
I'm
you think
thinking
about it,
uses.
no. Like, if you're dating and then you get married, like, nothing should really change. Except for, like, the status.
Should the over 50% divorce rate be a concern of his?
That's
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
Is marriage a wise financial decision for a man?
I mean, there's tax breaks for it, so.
Yeah.
Should the over 50% divorce rate be a concern?
I think so, yes, but I also think a lot of people now are more getting used to the idea of commitment.
Yeah.
Yo,
Okay.
that girl's not
Should
saying
the fact
anything.
that divorce laws favor
right.
women be a concern?
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Divorce laws
Look
in
at her.
certain cases do favor women, especially with families, but in a lot of situations they can be just as favorable to the man.
Yeah.
Women typically have child support.
Yo, she's literally just agreeing, bro. She got no sort of own
No
opinion.
substance.
Yo, that girl in the middle, she kind of looks like Markiplier,
Who that?
YouTube dude.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Wow.
Men typically have to pay all this money and lose half of their stuff. Should that be a concern of men getting married?
If they're confident in love, then they shouldn't worry.
Right, but I mean, do you think that anyone who ever got divorced wasn't in love going into it?
No.
Yes, sometimes.
If
Right.
people use them.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, if there's no incentive for a man basically to get married, why should a man risk losing half of everything he has for something that doesn't really benefit him?
Well, why should a
This
woman?
guy's right.
Because men typically are the ones with more assets going into marriage than women are?
Not in this day and age.
Really? So you think that most women will marry a man who has less than she does? That doesn't typically happen. Most
I
women
would.
women are more likely to marry for
Bruh.
money, and they've done that throughout
I
history,
would.
don't you
I
think?
don't believe it.
Yeah, but I think times are changing and women are getting more opportunities.
Do you think
Yo,
that
someone needs to
hypergamy...
shut her up. Because
You don't
she's not
think-
answering the question. She's just applying it to herself and like
Yeah.
the like.
She's not extrapolating the idea.
Yeah, she's not getting the general like point. She's just trying to like
Nah, but
disagree to disagree.
You don't think that women would marry someone who makes less than them?
Shit, I mean,
I
I don't
guess-
think
I
it's
guess-
impossible. I don't think that it's like. I don't think it's the majority though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I think the discrepancy is where, like, I guess how much less.
That's a pretty good way to look at it.
Like, if you make substantially less, I don't think that you. I mean, if she makes like fucking, I don't know, she's making like $150K a year, and you're making like 70. I I'm not likely to think that she's going to want to be with you unless she's just laying some wicked pipe. Or like, you know what I'm saying?
Or contributing maybe to the household, family life.
That type of thing. Or even like you just have a lot of
or
substance.
status, even status too, because I mean, just because you have status doesn't necessarily mean that you have money.
I mean, what status you gonna have if you making $70K a year? That's gonna.
Well, look at like half of these mumble rappers. You know what I'm saying?
They're not making no $70K a year though.
Yeah, man. But they also not making as much as people think. You know what I'm saying?
Like in particular, 150K. You don't think a mumble rapper who has status is making 150K a year?
So, I don't think they're making that little, but I think the average for rappers after 2016 was making, from what I understand, around 250,000 a year.
So I mean,
net.
In that situation, you know
from
what I'm saying?
I understand,
What I don't think if there's a discrepancy between the numbers that I listed, that's gonna you know what I mean, it's realistic. But if a woman makes, let's just say a woman's making 150,000 a year and you making 130, it's like there's a difference, but y'all in the same tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I mean, I think, like you said, it depends on how much.
Right.
But I still think like in most cases, I think the guy would probably earn more.
I think so too. I think in most cases a guy will earn more, but I think that's a trend that's gonna slowly shift over the next, I'll say like maybe 20, 30 years. I think that trend, maybe the discrepancy between the two won't be as great or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that could also be because a lot of like women get like high paying jobs more than before too, though.
Yeah, they're more educated.
Yeah,
they're more educated. And also to keep in consideration, what you make isn't really the end goal. Is really what you keep.
Yeah.
And certain like let's just say I'm with a woman who earns more than me, but I'm better at managing money than she is.
Mm-hmm.
That's, you know what I mean? I think that's it. I guess that kind of goes into the contributing category, because you can't manage fucking money correctly. There's a lot of people that make good money who can't fucking manage money.
Yeah, they don't know how to move it.
They don't know how to move it.
Yeah.
They know how to stay afloat, but they don't know how to actually manage money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I think there's some type of structure that, regardless of the gender, if you are able to do that better, I think that plays a part in it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if you had to ask me who's better with money, men or women, I would not be able to tell you because I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
It
don't
just
know.
depends on the person.
And
Depends on the person.
Yeah, and I doubt there's any real like solid statistics to base that on. I feel like any statistics that we would try to look for would have like some sort of bias, I suppose. I mean, it'd be interesting to kind of look into.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Also known as marrying up is learned or natural behavior.
I was gonna say natural.
That's
It depends on.
It's societal.
I was gonna say it depends on how you're raised.
Well, no, because you're like your type is based off of what society tells you your type is.
Do you think that the Cinderella story or romantic...
Jojo said my husband was unemployed when we met. I am still highest paid, but mine is his vice versa. Respect. My husband is better at housework than me, and I'm better with the finances. There we go.
comedies have had any influence?
A little bit.
No, 100%.
I mean, don't women want to marry a rich prince?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so aren't women kind of like encouraged to like look for the highest, status guy they can find?
No, but I feel like there's a lot of women out there that want to be like bigger for themselves and don't want to be like belittled by a man. So why would you put yourself in the perspective of like they're doing better than you?
Okay. Is asking to sign a prenup considered insulting?
No.
I don't think so. I think prenup should be discussed between every couple.
Why wouldn't a woman be in favor of a prenup to reassure her man that she's not marrying him for his money?
I guess she doesn't want to seem like a gold digger.
So wouldn't it make more sense for a woman to be the first one to bring up a prenup?
Yeah, they should.
So why don't they?
I guess they're trying to save face and not seem as a gold digger.
When it comes to relationships, why won't women go half on anything financial except divorce?
Technology and culture. Women are pretty much trained through technology and Instagram and stuff to have the guy cover everything. The thing is that some of these guys are doing it.
No.
What'd you say?
That was a biased question. He said, "Why are women not willing to go half on anything except divorce?" As if that's like a across the board the standard. That's not true.
I'm banned from using anything in the kitchen and using the Hoover.
The Hoover.
He says I'm useless.
The vacuum.
That's adorable.
Yeah, but am I tripping, or didn't you guys get married within like a few
2
days?
months. I think it was like 2 months.
Yeah, it was
like pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, like that's typically how things go. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you guys definitely have to be like
got
untraditional people. In
yeah,
general,
exactly.
You know?
So.
And it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out, which is cool. But
yeah.
I don't think that's like the norm.
No.
I think that's starting to change.
How so?
Like, personally, I know a lot of my friends have started, like, when they go out with their boyfriends,
Exactly,
they split
10 days, I
everything
knew it.
50-50. Like, they'll get separate checks. Even if they've been dating for 5, 6, 7 years, they'll split everything 50-50.
I'm the kind of person that just likes to buy everything because it's
like
how
I feel
I
guilty.
show my appreciation. I also feel, guilty. Yeah.
If a guy gives you an engagement
What if
ring
they
and he
cap?
calls off the engagement, should you give the ring back?
No trust.
Depends on
whatsoever.
what the guy did. If he cheated, no.
If a guy gives you an engagement ring and you call off the engagement, should you give the ring back?
Yes.
If a guy gives you an engagement ring and he calls off the engagement, should you give the ring back?
No.
Yes. Oh,
If he calls off the engagement ring, that's yours.
the engagement ring.
All right. If a guy gives you an engagement ring and you call off the engagement, should you give the ring back?
Yes. I think it goes both ways.
No, because if he's the one that calls off the wedding after giving it to you, that's not a you choice and it's considered a gift. What
Yeah,
you do
but
with
Fair,
that
I
me
think.
personally,
Yeah.
I give it back.
I wouldn't.
If marriage is supposed to be an equal
She
partnership,
gonna pawn
why does
that
a
shit.
woman get an expensive engagement ring but a man doesn't?
I mean,
I
I think
it's
that's just like systemic. Like that's just what's
Yeah.
happened for the last.
I think.
I've heard people make comments about how long, how expensive the engagement ring is supposed to be. Supposed to save for like a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So does that mean that the engagement ring is supposed to be more expensive than a wedding ring?
I think
I'm pretty sure, from what I understand, I think they
it's 2, right?
yeah.
They add on to the
Yeah, so that I think they wear both on the same thing. From what I'm pretty
I
sure they're
think
supposed
so.
to.
Yeah, for
Okay.
women. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
It's like they add.
It's something like that, right? They
Yeah.
like, cause I think you could like melt it together. I don't, cause I've seen like
Yeah,
the wedding
yeah.
bands where there's 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, you're saying that you're saving up for. I think they're saving up for the ring itself, but the engagement part, I don't think it's like the priciest part, because it's a 2-part thing. I think it comes together obviously, but you give them the engagement one first. Is that how it works?
I think they're made to link together.
Is
with
that how
other,
it works though? Do
I
they
believe
cop
so.
it at the same time?
No. Because you get the engagement ring, and then I
And
think
at a
y'all
later
both
point
go
to get the wedding.
to
ring?
get the wedding. Yeah.
Shit. So then I don't even know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know either. you
Joanne,
ready?
You would be able to tell us.
Yeah, Joanne, let us know.
1,000 years.
But like, I feel like the man's wedding ring is the one that is more expensive than the female
And
wedding
it's more
ring.
symbolic, but you know what I find funny is that men
What?
don't wear their wedding rings.
What are you talking about?
That is also
A lot
true.
of men
She don't know
don't.
shit.
Actually, related to that, why is it that a woman will wear a fake
don't
wedding ring to repel men, but a man will wear a fake wedding ring to attract women?
You know what's so funny? I'm wearing one right now.
Why is that?
Look at her
I
friend's
think
face.
it just is like, for me, like it's just a thing to like keep the weirdos away.
Right, but are you aware that the opposite is true for men?
Me personally, not. Like, I can see it in like other women because it's just kind of that. It's more of the factor of like you can get what somebody else has, and like sometimes like that feels good. Like you always want to come out like the winner, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you always
It's
Yeah.
Because they want attention.
It's competition, and like if you feel like you're
Competition.
doing better than somebody and you can get what they have, it feels good. But for me, it's just like, nah, like don't talk to me. You're in a committed relationship. I'm good.
Do you think it's true that
Pause.
women generally want what they can't have?
Yeah.
I find that so funny because I don't know any man personally, or at least I've never heard from any man that is more interested in a woman because she has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
I've never really heard that. I'm pretty sure they
I don't
exist.
think I've ever
I'm pretty sure they
heard that
exist.
either.
But like, if the guy wants her, he just wants her because he wants her.
I've only
Yeah.
heard of one instance where I knew one person who hated the woman's man so much that he went and made the attempt out of spite to go and
That's pretty
relinquish the woman from him.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I feel
that
like
was
that's
terrible.
That's personal though.
That was yeah. It's
That's-
more
yeah.
about the the I guess
the disdain for the individual.
yeah, rather than the attraction to the woman. Yeah,
that's so. I think that's so strange. Like, I don't know why that is. Well, I mean, they explain exactly why that is, but it's like I don't know. That's so strange to me. Like, yeah, that was just something that I thought of after you asked that question.
Joanne says, "Mine's was a gummy ring."
Hey,
respect.
Yes.
So then wouldn't you say that chasing women is terrible advice for men?
Yes.
Because if he chases you, he's telling you, you can have me.
I think a lot of women will want what they can't have, but a lot of men will not take a no from a woman that they would respect it from a man.
Yeah.
Why are there women quick to reject a man that lives with his mom, but quick to accept a man that lives with his wife?
Because women suck.
I guess because there's a stigma if you live with your mom, then you're a bum, but I don't believe that, but a lot of women think that.
Would women prefer to be the emperor's mistress or the peasant's wife?
You know the real question. You know the answer.
Probably the emperor's mistress because I guess it's like a higher...
So women would rather share a high-value man with another woman than have an average man all to herself?
I feel like a lot of women would want that, probably, most likely.
It sounds like most women are gold diggers, huh?
There's a lot of those out here.
Is giving birth more of a privilege or burden
I feel
for
like she
women?
don't smile a lot.
I'm buried.
Is providing for a family more of a privilege or burden for men?
A privilege.
How likely
Look
are
how
men
she
to
said
leave
that
if their
shit.
wife can't bear children?
Most likely.
How likely are women to stay if their man can't provide?
Not likely. Nah.
Can we conclude that providing is more of a burden for men because women are less likely to stay?
Yes.
Can we conclude that providing is more
Logic.
of a burden for men because women are less likely to stay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't marriage vows say for richer, for poorer, and sickness and in health?
Yeah. A lot of people don't abide by that.
Why do so many women feel the need to proudly announce that they don't need men when plenty of women still want men?
Because I think because women have been in a
Ugh.
position for so long where they
That's the
couldn't
one
do
time she
anything
wanna
without
speak.
a husband that it finally feels freeing that they don't need one.
I'm
Why she love
guilty of
pumpkins
that.
too? Like, what the fuck?
Nah, this ain't got a vendetta. against
Yeah,
her.
right. But there's one woman throughout the whole
Because
video.
at least everybody else has some sort of opinion.
She thinks she just skating by.
She's just there, bro.
She's just waiting for it to end. That's what it is.
She's just standing there, and then when she wants to hear something, actually, her and the other one was annoying too. The short one with the three guy, the other girl.
Oh yeah.
Those are two. Everybody
yeah.
else is cool, but like,
I think it's an ego thing.
What purpose does that serve?
I think it just makes you feel better about yourself.
Because like men have this really bad habit, no offense to men, of tearing women down. And so then when you're like, I don't need a man, you're basically just being like, I don't need to take the bullshit that men like give me.
Yeah, like
So
I have a
women do it to
tattoo on
each
my
other.
back that says you're much more than that, and it's basically just saying that like women are perceived more as like a body or like a pretty face. So it just like is a nice reminder. So I think it's more of that aspect.
It's a nice reminder when you're already there.
Yeah, like you got on your
Yeah,
back.
right?
Who's
Like-
it a reminder to? It has to be to the guy.
Oh my god.
If women often objectify men financially and see them as success objects, why is it wrong for men to objectify women sexually and see them as sex objects?
Because women want their cake and to eat it too and want to complain about everything and
She fed up.
male bash.
So what advice
We gotta
would you
bring
give
it
to
to
the
the
men who
cookout.
don't trust women?
Keep your guards up.
keep your dukes up.
I love her. She need to come to the cookout, bro. I'm telling you.
Nah, not for nothing though. I think this one was one of the better ones as far
Yeah.
as just like the overall like consensus. It seemed like for the most part everybody was pretty logical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. I feel like that with these videos, it's usually like a nice mix of quite logical and vastly illogical. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that was ill. I like that about this video.
Cool.
Yeah. Yo, It's Complicated is the GOAT, bro.
Shout
Nah,
out to
for
It's
real. That's
Complicated.
lit.
And if y'all haven't checked out the other It's Complicated
No,
videos,
no. That one doesn't exist.
never mind. It never happened. This was fun. And yeah, make sure to join the Discord and pop out to the live streams on Tuesday and Thursday. All right.
Still.